and welcome to my channel. I'm Yasmina Paolaggi. I'm writing a book. I'm super excited because I'm writing in German and translated directly into English. I would also be able to translate it into French, but that comes later. You know, first things first. Yeah, you're welcome to subscribe, of course, you know. And today's chapter 53. So, may I share this with you? You know, it's Christmas-ish in the house, Sarah. The so-called Christmas holidays are coming up, which is even now, you know, like the 1st December is coming in 2 days. So Merry Christmas already. The year I decided to stay in Berlin. You know, now I'm staying in the UK and I love it. Nina, the housemate, is visiting her relatives in the Muritz. It's an area north-ish outside of Berlin. And that means for us in the flat, we can let our hair down, and that's what we do. Meaning, question, can I say it like that? Let our hair down, like be wild, you know, because Nina was always very controlling. Bless her, primary teacher. Primary school teachers. I was yesterday in an a cappella group, and I found out later I was surrounded by teachers and primary school teachers. But it was so funny because I wasn't expecting that. Wasn't there for long. But then we were also, and I didn't know any song because I use English, you know, and the English traditions are different. But I was singing then with them along Christmas carols and all traditional Christmas songs. And yes, it was delightful. Thank you for that. Thank you for having me, honestly. Yeah. I love the British people. They're so unique, you know, and so behaved. I learned so much from you, you know, you have no idea. You know. Anyway, so Nina is gone. Nina has completely decorated the flat with Christmas stuff and kitsch. Do you understand kitsch? Yeah, right? You understand kitsch. And there's lots of Christmas chocolate in the kitchen. Personally, I don't give a shit about Christmas. I did not. But since I'm in the UK, this is very similar to the United States. It's actually quite fun. You say put on Christmas trees already from now on. And everywhere, you know, the streets, the houses, it's like, you know, it's like they wear Christmas jumpers. Yeah, it's very common. And it's kind of what you do. It's even more relaxed in the flat now without Nina, the primary school teacher, who always wants to set the tone and tell us what to do and what not to do. Well, that's been difficult with people like us back in the day. The 3 of us get along great without her. There's also a Christmas party at Platoon. Gerdy Zind, invited us, and I meet some of his friends there, like Samia, Zamia, yeah, very beautiful, mixed race, nice color, nice, beautiful face, and Paulina. Stephanie, my friend, I mentioned her in previous videos, also joins us, and later I go with Stephanie around the houses in Mitte, the district in Berlin, the middle district, like a detour to the weapons gallery, the Waffengalerie, weapons gallery, and the garden. We sit with a few people in the old chunk in the cavern and filled up on all kinds of drugs. At some point, I suggest that we head home. It's freezing cold in winter in Berlin, you know. The guys in the flat share are also just coming home and have Samia, D, and Paulina in tow. We play loud music and it gets wild, like really wild. like that one, like a really wild Christmas. Gertie seems quite taken with sweet Paulina, who is only 16, and the two of them withdraw. The rest of us have a wild party at our bar, and it's loud and simply fantastic. At some point, we get the idea to take a bath, because Nina and I have this huge bathroom with a separate shower and a big bathtub. I want a nice bubble bath and put candles in it. We make it nice with Nina's wine and her burgundy wine glasses. I set up the camera and filmed the whole thing with Stephanie, Samia and me in the bathtub and the loud tape recorder playing wild music from the 60s. Stephanie, who usually has such a big mouth, is suddenly a bit self-conscious and doesn't really join in the erotic fun of it. Later that night, I retire to my room with Samia and do a sweet, orgastic lesbian number with her. Oh, we did with each other. And she's submissive and likes to be the giver. Yes, that's fine with me, darling. Go for it. The next day, I mean, it's always good to play around. The next day, in the late afternoon, we all clean up together. We are hungover to no end. After Christmas, Kai tells me that Samia also had a thing with Kai, and Gertie also slipped over it in every hole that was revealed according to Kai, meaning also anal. Yes, Kai was still together with Nina, and he was obviously too drunk and powerless to resist that exotic beauty named Samia. Kai and Gertie suddenly had a huge fight, and one of them rammed his fist into the wall, and there was a huge, hole in the wall behind the gin bar. That was clearly a cheap renovation. They did that everywhere in Berlin. Nearly every house was decorated, we say that in England, renovated, but often so cheap, yeah. And you could see clearly the results very, very, very quickly after. So we could hardly cover that, and we knew Nina would freak out when she got back and wouldn't let up until she knew exactly what had done over the Christmas holidays. Oh, and just, having Christmas, Santa Claus was coming over and he was a bit too relaxed. I don't know. I don't remember. Oops. Yeah. That video, by the way, exists and I still have it. Actually in Berlin. I still have all these videos. Yeah, I should edit them, and that's kind of a documentary, Maybe it's worth something after I publish my book in English and German, It would be very interesting stuff to see. I'm not kidding, Also, that scenery in the bathtub, Yeah. And the hangover cleaning up as well. Yeah. And so many other encounters, Yeah. But anyway, this is definitely today 18 plus session. I don't know how to say it, Yeah, I'm very delighted, Yeah, and Samia was she was 18, 19. She lived also in a guardian apartment with guardians and stuff like that, social workers. But she did then turn out being a very good girl. She's an actress. She's a working actress in theatre mainly. And also very artistic and stuff. And she sings. She has a great voice. Yeah. But there was some funny other naughty encounters. I will tell about that another time. You know, so much to share. You know, all fill in. You know. I mean, honestly, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she also played in Volksbühne, and I think in the recently at Berliner Ensemble I heard. Yeah. So, yeah. Alrighty, I have to cut that a little bit. I'm such in a good mood. I'm so grateful to be with you here. Thank you for listening and letting me share bits and bobs out of my book. And I love doing that. I love this channel. And I love, you know, which I wasn't expecting. Like, you know, I was very spontaneously starting that channel and stuff like that in beginning of August this year. And then, you know, now I'm in this YouTube Academy thing, you know, learning all these new things. And sometimes I think like, oh my gosh, that's so much. But it's actually really cool when, you know, we go with the flow and learn and stuff. It's amazing, you know what I mean? I like it. Oh, it's fun, you know. Also, I love my book writing. Even doing so, it's like, yes, I love it. It's like, that I love myself, you know, like years ago, I wouldn't have expected to write a book. People told me, oh, you should write a book, you know, you have so great stories, you know. And now I'm actually doing it. And that's book one. There will follow others. Great stories. You know what I mean? Amazing. Yeah. I mean, also, you know, it's like I'm also painting and stuff and doing collage work. I love vintage stuff. I love vintage clothes. I also do love doing my clothes and merchandise and accessories line, you know, where you can have a look down below. There are all these links. You're welcome to join there. You even can subscribe on my website. You can subscribe to YouTube, yeah. It's all free. And yeah, so it's very interesting. I love it. I'm so grateful. I'm glad to be here right now. Glad to share that. And have you seen? I cut my hair. It's a decent haircut, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yes, so affirmation of the day: I love and approve myself exactly as I am. I love and approve myself exactly as I am. And my favorite quote: God hired me, who's gonna fire me? Exactly. Dum 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 dum.